Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to our videos. So here I'm going to give you a quick rundown of all that changed and all the bugs that are present in the current patch and do a bit of a review of the patch. Not gonna have any face cam and the mic might sound weird because I'm talking directly into my phone, though the mic should be solid enough, but yeah, with the problems with the emulators, I thought that since here my face wouldn't really do much, since I'm not talking about some gameplay or some stuff or reacting to something, I can just do it like this. However, let's get into everything that has changed with this patch. This is not going to be in any particular order. And first of all, we got a new gear system. I've released previous to this an extensive video on the gear system. Basically, you're going to be able to upgrade all the gears all the way up to level 70. By the way, let me quickly go onto a character that I don't have a level 70 gear, level 80, excuse me, so you can get an idea of how much it costs. So from level 70 to level 80, it's gonna be 125k. So it's gonna be a huge investment. You're gonna get an increase in stats. Might as well upgrade Brainiac, why not? And we're also gonna get a Fort Talents. Now, again, I have a video where I extensively go into this. This doesn't really change much in terms of the build. You're at best gonna get a bit more attack or a bit more health on your damage dealers. And this thing is egregiously bad to get because you're only gonna get it by shattering gears that are above level 50, and it's gonna be a random chance, and after 2 hours of sharing the gears that are worth of, let's say, 2 years of dropping them from soul rates, I got 5 of these. So that way of getting them is not efficient. Most likely they want to make this to be pushed to be bought with gems or real money, though again it doesn't really matter because it's not going to affect the builds much in soul rates because you're already getting so much attack, and in Arena and Champions Arena, if you have more attack and more stats, the enemy is also going to do that anyway. So it's the same thing. It's just a stat increase that's gonna have a minimal impact everywhere except for league rates. And the fact that this is so rare, it sucks ass because this could have been, well, not the most impactful system, an interesting and fun system to use. The only problem is they're kind of taking away that fun with the very, very limited resources that they're giving us. So yeah, this sucks. The level 80 gear system sucks and does not change a thing anyway. Another quick thing, let's get a few things out of the way in the roster. We have, where is he? We got something about the Batman Jones and Robin King team. I don't know if everybody experiences this, because not everybody does, but if you've been playing for a bit and you know on the release of Batman Jones that her passive upon activation caused a ton of lag, and that's happening again. However, on the plus side of things, we got my boy Robin King who finally works. You guys called me insane whenever I told you that his passive doesn't work and that he doesn't give crit damage, but now he does. So this is one of the very few good things about this patch. We got Robin King crit damage passive actually functioning and actually working. We obviously got the new character released, which is my boy Shazam, and I don't like this character one bit. I haven't really used this character that extensively, but I have seen maxed out Shazam gameplay with the best team, the best artifacts, and he's not really impressive at all because the only thing that he does is that he does various things to increase his damage, and this can go up, I think, when it's 7 stars, all the way up to, this doesn't mention specifically the damage. I think this one is. Yeah, this can go all the way up to getting 750% more damage, and that should sound great, but sadly, it is not really, because whenever you get like those damage mechanics, you kind of need another thing to go on top of it, and then maybe Raven to also buff you on top of that. Sadly, he doesn't seem to be a good damage dealer. He seems kind of on the level of Zatanna, but he doesn't have percentage hull damage, so he's in a very weird spot. I wouldn't try to go out of my way to get him at the moment, and especially because if you want to get that performance out of him, which is not even that impressive, you're gonna have to get him to a higher star rating, so this Shazam sucks. And he's got problem with his basic hits, which is something that could have been avoided if they just copied the gold Shazam basic hits, so overall a very, very disappointing new character. The Batman Ninja team is not doing well. So they fixed something. Batman Catwoman now triggers immortality properly, and that has been fixed, so you're not just gonna randomly die. However, the Robin pass, Robin's got the pass, right? Which is the Ninja Lethality. This is supposed to be able to be stacked endlessly, so you get multiple stacks on top of each other. And whenever the 14 seconds expire, you're going to only lose one of the buffs, and the other you have stacked are gonna still be on their own separate cooldown and stack on top of each other. Now you just refresh this, you literally just refresh that 30% lethal attack damage, and this has made the Batman Ninja team useless and bad. Another thing which is not the most important, but I guess it's worth a mention. We got my boy Mr. Freeze here, and whenever he does super move, the enemy is gonna get the frozen texture. Doesn't really affect the gameplay, but I thought I might as well mention that. Now, backing out of here, I don't think we got anything more specifically for the characters. Oh, Zatanna. And something about Grodd. So Grodd's got a passive that allows him to heal himself if he's below a certain threshold of health. Now he can do this from any point. Whatever the health he has, he's got constant healing. This is not really doing anything. And he's still in a very bad spot because his lethal chance does not stack. Also, it's a very weird thing with the graphics. And a lot of people say that game looks worse now. I think it's a mix of both because from some points it looks far less flashy than it used to in terms of the lightning effects and all that thing, but from other points it looks more clean to an extent. So very mixed feelings about this. Let me guys know in the comments how you feel about graphics. Another big thing, which is the reason I'm recording on the phone, is that just no longer works on any emulator as far as I'm aware, so people can no longer play it on PC. And this really sucks because a lot of people were playing it on PC, and for me personally it made my job a lot easier, so I'm very mad about this thing specifically. And you can't make any arguments against this because this is not a player versus player game. You don't give any advantage to players who are playing on PC because it's simply not player versus player anyway. It was just a convenience thing for a lot of people, and now that is gone. Hopefully that gets fixed. I honestly don't think they did it on purpose because they don't have anything to gain from that. I think it was just another mistake. They're just dumb in my opinion. In soul raids, if we go in soul raids, you're going to see a very dark team for some reason. Like, look at this. It looks like they didn't pay the electricity bill or something. And you're gonna also get an annoying sound whenever you finish a fight, though yet again that's not the most relevant thing in this video. And yeah, as far as the bugs that are present, that's kind of it. Also, people seem to be crashing a lot with the game. A lot of crashes. For some people it straight up just doesn't work, doesn't function at all. Other people got higher graphics profiles than they should have on their phones at the moment, set by default, so the game is lagging like crazy. This update is just a huge mess. I'm very not happy about this, and the biggest thing for me personally, though I know this is a very specific thing that some of you might not even relate to, though some will, is the goddamn emulator thing not working. This update did not add anything in the game of value to kind of make up for all those problems that it created. So honestly, for me personally, might not be for you because we had bigger problems in the past with other stuff, but for me personally, this is the worst update I have ever seen as far as Injustice Mobile goes. And imagine that they also derailed this because they had problems with it. Just imagine how it would have been if it released in the day it should have in the first place. But yeah, that's kind of about it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and those are the bugs that should be fixed. Now, they said that they're going to release a patch soon enough to fix a lot of the issues with the game, and we're going to see to what extent that goes. What I really want to see fixed personally, and yet again, I know this is a subjective thing, is being able to play on an emulator on PC, because that makes my life 10 times easier. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!